All right, perfect. Well, good morning, everybody, and morning, Ofer. How are you, mate? Nice.
Awesome. Thank you. So thrilled to be here with you. Thanks
Mate,
for having me.
no worries at all. Nice to finally meet you face to screen, I guess. So, look, thank you for coming in today, mate. We are going to have a bit of I'm going to say a bit of a deeper dive into chatbots and what they can actually do. We've done a bunch of stuff here before with chatbots and database reactivations, and it's fairly simple stuff, I would say. A lot of what we've done before, it's just like, following up, sending them some information, send them a link, maybe book them into a calendar. But you've got a deeper dive that we're going to go through today, talking about how they can go through closing full sales cycles, collecting payments, updating CRMs, triggering SMS campaigns, generating proposals. There's a lot that we can do with AI bots, right? And that's what we're going to have a little bit of a run through today. So before we do that, would you like to introduce yourself? Just let everybody know who you are, what you've done with bots, and what we're going to actually cover off today, mate. That would be amazing.
Yeah, sure. So my name is Ofer Avnery, and I'm the owner of RealWave. RealWave is a software company. I've been around doing that for almost 30 years now, and the first 25 years of my career was around business intelligence, which is basically how to take huge amounts of data and convert it from pieces of information to knowledge, to insights, to actions. And AI is the cherry on top. And in the last few years, we've been doing a lot of AI. And basically, I felt again like a 7-year-old getting his first computer. I didn't get that feeling since then when I got, AI to my hands. And it was clear to me that, this is where the future is. That my family lost me for 2 months. They didn't see me. I was basically, going as deep as I could at the rabbit hole. Didn't get to the bottom of it, but I got pretty deep. And this became our new incarnation. And we were looking for ways, like we always did in our business, how can we take complicated technology, something that has depth and width, and businesses can harness it, but they just don't know how to, because the technology is just fresh. And as we know, technology is one thing, but then you have the organization absorbing the technology and they have to adapt to it and want it in and change their processes. Um, so, we saw the tsunami coming and we said, hey, we don't want to get drowned by the wave, we want to ride it. So about 3 years ago, we started to focusing on AI, and we were looking for what kind of clients, customers, businesses have the most chances of enjoying this new technology, these new capabilities. And my background is the enterprise customers. Like we used to sell to, customers like Costco and the Coca-Cola Group, and their CEOs were looking at dashboards overseeing if, sometimes thousands of different branches. But these guys, they want to figure out AI themselves. So they became kind of a non-lucrative client when it comes to AI. If you try to sell a chatbot
Mm.
to insurance company, let's go to State Farm, and you get a meeting with their chief operational services. So for him, he'll just listen to everything you say. And let's say you get a proposal for $5 million to revamp his operation. 5 minutes after you go, just like, yeah, it cost me $500 million a year. I can invest five myself, just, build it in-house, and it doesn't need you because you have engineering teams. But the people who can benefit from it are the smaller businesses, the moms and pops shop, the little services companies, attorneys, and these guys, especially in those times, are having it more difficult when they need to scale because scaling is investment. We know, if you're in the marketing agency and selling leads and doing qualifications, you know how difficult it is for little businesses, and everything that can help them goes. They have less processes. It's,
Yeah.
someone you have a just someone making the decision and everybody just go with it. Like the CEO decided and they just go. In a big organization, it's nothing like that. You have to get the consent of everybody and get, through a process of designing, and it can take 2 years and they'll ditch it all out. So we felt this is a good place to start because this is where the rubber meets the road. And I think we were spot on. I'm going to share my screen if you don't mind. Let me see.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, mate. I know you've got something to go through and present to everyone. So we're going.
Um, And everybody knows that now I'm, preaching to the choir, basically that in the last couple of years, the AI agents are nailing everything that has to do with lead qualification, meeting scheduling, cold outreach, database reactivation. And we've seen dozens of case studies how it literally saves times, brings immediate ROI, kicks out outdated methods, and get the businesses good leads. This is nothing new to this team here. What may be new is how much it's effective. And it's so effective that customers are seeing double digit growth or triple digit growth sometimes, to the extent that you may have heard about the Microsoft layoffs last month. If you look at the press release, when they laid off 9,000 people, there was a note by their VPs that said, yeah, we saved last year alone $500 million by converting our call center to mostly AI. Can you imagine this number? $500 million.
Mm.
Microsoft alone, by just revamping their call center, just one little function out of their business, right? And this is where we are here in this scope of these 24/7 scheduling superstars, speed to lead, always available, instant engagement. This is where world, and this is what we're selling successfully to the businesses. Again, we have so many great examples. I don't need to sell it to you how it works. But what we decided to do, looking into the future, is to try to
Sorry, mate. You're good.
um, so looking at the organization is like an onion, it has layers, and usually the lead qualification and scheduling is the outermost layer of the organization, is where the cold leads hit the organization for the first time. Maybe they're not leads, maybe they're cold. It takes some time until we schedule a meeting, and then it starts to trickle through the internal processes. Sometimes it's still lead qualification and nurturing, but then it could come to quoting, selling, upselling, support, service. The marketing budget in the organization is just for lead qualification is just 3% of the operational budget. So basically what we're doing with our ecosystem is we're taking 3% of the operational budget of the organization. What if we could tap into the rest of the 97% just by being able to do more things than just converting leads and scheduling an appointment with an external calendar?
So just to
So
clarify that, so sorry, so you're saying right now people are only really using potentially 3% of the budget because that's only like marketing, chatbots, speed to lead, just booking in.
yeah,
But you think there's way more opportunity with, and I think you kind of term them super agents to do more stuff within
absolutely.
organizations.
That's what Microsoft did with their support team, and
Mm,
they saved $500 million. I'm not making it up. Go look at their press release and
mm,
see for yourself. This is not a game. It's not like something fractional. It's something that changed the bottom line to a business. And they are destined to be AI first. Their CEO is just like, guys, in 2030, we're going to be 90% AI. Now we're at 30%. And so they have a roadmap. What do they know that we don't? They're just committed to everything here, what we all know, but we just believe that we have years to go and still
mm.
sell the same thing, where the market is changing so rapidly that and I'll show you some things today how those qualifying agents are today can be deployed like in 2 seconds, and they're already a commodity in a lot of spaces. Anyway, we're looking at, if you look at your AI roadmap, where are you going to be in 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years? You've got to have a roadmap, right? So we're looking at the roadmap as, the road inside the heart of the organization. And those agents are just, looking at um, like a runway light. You have just the first lights turned on. Now we want to turn on the entire path and show you what else can be done. Maybe not immediately, but these are things that we're doing right now. Things like sales, negotiation, verifying documents, linking to CRM, to databases, being able to fulfill. And I was just talking so far. I would love to, hear questions and listen to what you guys are doing and what you'd like to see. But I would love to show you, first of all, some example to some of our super agents, what it is like and how they work, and then show you something really revolutionary that we just launched last month, that allows you to take those agents and just launch them in minutes in an AI first mode. So, I thought the best way to show you is just to give you some examples, just hop over some, examples for bots that we have. And our first powered up bot was our solar agent. And we had a client that asked us to revamp their solar lead qualification process. Leads coming into the website, filling up all the details about their house and their consumption and their bill and how many stories and what's the status of the roof, etc., etc. And then someone gets all those details, run them in a software, they model something, they see how much they can build there, and they send him a proposal or an estimate or a teaser or whatever. And then this is used to schedule a meeting. And this takes 2 to 3 days, and it costs a person and a software time to do that. And they asked us to redo the entire process, all with AI. The challenge was that, how do you design solar panels to someone over a chatbot? So we did. We integrated with a new service by Google, which is Google Solar, which provides a computational engine for solar companies. And they took it over themselves to be the most dominant solar player in the world. So we connected to the API, which is extremely complex. It provides tens of thousands of lines of data for every location that you have to sift through and calculations. And you can look at the result. This is a real chat with the client. It's just 1 minute.
This is all going to be text. It's not voice at all in here.
Am I sharing my screen?
Yeah, yeah. It's going through now. Yep. So is the person videoing their bill and sending it through to them, or taking a picture and
I
sending
just
it to them? Yep.
I recorded the whole thing through
Yep.
my mobile phone. I took the video of how I'm taking the picture.
Got it. And it's read the bill.
Yeah, it's reading the bill
Wow.
and it's configuring the solar panels. And you can see how they're actually laid out in the most optimal position. And it prepares the proposal for you with all the financing and everything.
Is that
Then would you like?
that's in real time? That's how quickly it's doing, or have you kind of sped it up for the
I
video?
cut it some waiting
Yeah.
time, but like I cut like 10 seconds in the first generation time and about 15 seconds until it actually the proposal, but all the rest is real time.
Yeah.
So that's all, or the ability to just not just chat with you and collect the details, but actually keep the customer entertained during the journey, like really provide you like I don't know, as soon as you start, like the first thing that you just gave us your address, the first thing we do is we show you a picture of your house. It's
Yeah.
like, ooh, that's
Cool.
something. And right away, you didn't do anything, but we show you the influx of the sun, and you know how it shows. Like, what's going on here, right? Um, so this is one good example of a sales agent, not really a sales agent, but a fusion lead qualification and sales engineer.
Mm,
Another good example we have is for services business, and a lot of them just want to, offer their services and have the chatbot not only give generic details, but also help the users price the service, maybe, issue an invoice. So we have an agent, a super agent called the conversational shopping that allows you to very, very simply and easily build agents that are can do shopping. And the reason it's so special is AI sucks at math. Like
mm,
if you have a product with complex pricing, let's take, the pizza place, for example. And I'll go all the way to the bottom. We can show the pricing behind the scenes. So, you have like several types of pizza, and each one of them can be, different sizes and different add-ons, and each one of them could be different price. So if you add a mushroom, so these are things that are complex, and if you make a complex order, the AI just can't handle it. You can have coupons and surcharges and taxes, but our agent is guaranteed to be 100% always correct with the math, and it runs quickly. It doesn't have to reason to get it. So hold on. I'll open it in incognito just so I can get a fresh session, and I'll show you a live demo of what I mean. So this is an agent program with these products. Hey, I want a large barbecue pizza. Great choice. Which crust type do you like? Thin, hand tossed, or deep dish? Or would you like some extra cheese? Yes or no? This is the base price. Okay, hand tossed and no extra cheese. And actually make it medium. I've added a medium barbecue chicken pizza with Mentos crust and no extra cheese. This is the price. This is the total. This is delivery. Would you like to add any sides, drinks? So the sales agent now become an upsell agent. Each one of the catalogs contains, oops, where did it? Here. Oh, there it is. Each one of the catalogs contains main products and add-on products. So the agent knows when you finish your order or main product, it knows how to upsell. So
mm,
imagine being able to incorporate it automatically into every process, right? We think about straight path, but sometimes people want things you can sell them at other things. So you know what? Yeah, yes, let's do hot wings and breadsticks. Okay, and I'll get to checkout soon. For the hot wings, dipping sauce, BBQ, half, no cheese, add one Coke Zero can, and let's check out. By the way, I can play with the agent for hours, add things, remove things, change my mind, ask questions. It will work with me until, according to your operation limits, right? No more than 2 minutes, but it doesn't have any issues working with you on your order. And it gave me the full breakdown just to get my confirmation, and I get free delivery. I can ask for coupons and apply them. I won't bore you, but let's say, okay, let's pay. And now it basically creates an order for me on the back end. So everything is legit in according to the catalog prices. And in this example, we're working on with GoA level. So it works with the GoA level API,
mm.
creates an invoice with the custom dynamic products, and creates a payment link for me. So I can just now, pay for whatever I order. The barbecue pizza, with the soda and the cheesy breadsticks and the wings, and it's actually connected to Stripe, and you can make your order and it will take you and do fulfillment. And it will be exactly the same in our, where is it? Med spa demo. You can talk about laser hair removal and Botox and collagen masks, and it works in the same way. You just define a catalog, and the agent is automatically programmed to take the products and the description and the pricing from the catalog. One of the In order to make it really, really simple, we created an automatic mechanism that allows you to build your catalog. Then you click on generate, and it generates all the knowledge base to the agent automatically. And then you just go to deploy to go high level, and it will just plug it into the agent automatically. So there is no work involved creating products, pricing, changing things, no workflows, no anything. Just change it in the spreadsheet, click deploy, and the agent is programmed immediately.
Can the client use this in not to deploy or whatever, but is that for the client as well, that spreadsheet? So if their laser hair removal increases from $150 to 175, do they come in there and just update this, or they don't
Yeah,
touch this?
yeah. Our clients are usually agencies. We don't sell direct, and then
Okay.
it's to the discretion of the agency whether they want to provide as a full white glove service. And actually, most of them don't share with their clients how easy it is to build
Yeah.
those agents because they want to charge, $1,500 a month for the service of maintaining the catalog, and they just go in and change. If you wanted to, my only concern sharing it with the client is that, it is a spreadsheet. You can make mistakes and then, people complain. But
Yeah.
otherwise, yeah, I don't see a reason why not.
Okay.
Um, and we built like a dozen of them, like gym and fitness and auto services and home cleaning. Home cleaning service is actually the most selling one. We have dozens of customers worldwide using this catalog, and it just allows them to deploy.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry, mate, you're
mute.
on mute there.
Yeah. So I said this home service is actually the most selling shopping cart because it's a real need and it can give them really good pricing, with all the combinations of bedrooms and bathrooms and how many windows you have and how many ovens you have and you want a weekly or so it just works out of the box and it's really, really fascinating.
Oh,
Um, and another example I wanted to give you of, the super agents that we have is in real estate. Recently, a few months ago, we were hired by Sotheby's, one of the biggest real estate companies in the world, and actually in the United States as well. And we were signed up to be their exclusive AI agency to help their brokers with optimizing and improving their operations. This is becoming a very tough business. Um, and we created several very, very interesting systems for them. I can't share everything, but I can just show you a couple of glimpses. One of them is Sotheby's new development analyzer. Um, a lot of the new businesses real estate is coming from new development. You buy old house, you demolish, and you build four instead. So instead of one deal, there are five. You buy and then you sell four times. So this is what we're
mhm.
more focused on. But in order to understand where those deals are available, the brokers needs to understand not only what a house is, but also what the development capability of a property is. So we designed for them a fusion system, which is both analytics and AI for that for every property that they see, they can figure out how many units can be built on that and run on their spreadsheet. And this is where you recognize the GHL chatbot. This actually allows them to chat about the zoning code and what the project would look like. Like, what can I build here? Do I need parking? Is it close to a school? And the chatbot is connected to the local MLS system and the local databases to be able to provide answers. Another example is their
I was just going to
how do
say,
I?
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but just those
Yeah.
things are incredible because when you have a bot like that that's plugged into, especially if you're talking about like government rules, regulations, and you can plug straight into the database, it can find the answers straight away. And that's so hard, even for a person to be able to do and know and understand, because they've got to go away and check things or find it, or you've got to train someone, which takes weeks or months or whatever. So the speed of getting the information from these bots is just incredible. If you can just give
It's
them that
incredible.
data, especially when they're dynamically updated as well, it's just unbelievable. Like they always know what's going on. So
Yeah,
you've
their
deployed
ability.
you've deployed an expert immediately.
Absolutely, their ability to process tons of information so quickly. I'm just browsing through because I wanted to show you. If a couple of months ago, we were doing a presentation to one of the local municipalities, I believe in Washington State. And since it's my hometown, we have a lot of activity here with the system. And we did a presentation to one of the local cities, Bellevue, and they're just going through re-legislation and rezoning, and they came in to see our system. And what I'm going to show you is a two-time state senator agreeing to talk to the camera and tell everybody what he felt when he saw the system.
Bellevue Chamber of Commerce, and I am incredibly excited about the realty technology. One of the things that is the hardest in development is knowing where to build. I was in the legislature for 8 years as a state senator, and one of the key pieces of legislation that I passed was a bill around what's called the buildable lands inventory, and it requires these counties and cities to develop a list of all of the sites that can be used to put housing on it. And I got to tell you, unsurprisingly, government did a really bad job of figuring that out. But where government failed, realty has succeeded. And they are down in the details at the parcel level so that both brokers and developers and homeowners can figure out the highest and best use for their land.
So, not to dive in too deep to that, but as you said, it's really changing what kind of information can people have, and in the right hands, it's a very powerful weapon. So anyway, I showed you a few examples. We have a dozen more, and for many different industries. But I wanted to spend some time showing you our newest product and newest service. Over the last 3 years, we developed so many different agents, so many different technologies, so many different APIs. We had a solution for everything, but we had like literally like 40 different products, confused the audience and ourselves, and we decided to unite everything into one package. We call it the Pro Agent Suite. And this is basically our idea of an AI first AI agency. All right. Let's put our money where our mouth is. We're selling AI to the people. Let's have AI working for us as well. And what we have here is a result of, us building stuff for ourselves and our clients and trying to make things easier and more quickly and more accessible to more agencies. So the Pro Agent Suite, you can sign up. It's a free account. I'll share the URL later at pro.realreef.com. And when you sign up, we have a few parts here. The first one is the agent library. The agent library is the cool agents I show you, for example, the solar agent, right? So the bot is here, and for the first time, we developed our own provisioning and deployment mechanism. This one specifically is connected to CloseBot, so you can just click the agent, click deploy, and in real time, it will connect to your CloseBot account and deploy the agent and the personas and the workflows. I hope it works now. It did work. And now everything is working and configured on my CloseBot account. Done. I have the agent, right? And I have all the resources I need to launch this. I have a full documentation, how to use it. I've got the GHL snapshot ready to download. I even have a sales presentation that helps me to go ahead and sell this, to my clients. So there is an entire kit with the tech and the resources and the marketing involved. And all you have to do is go and, oops, the wrong place, go and, find the agent that works for you. We just launched, so we launched with 10 agents. We have 15 more that already ready. We just need to, prepare the videos and all the materials to launch in the next few weeks. And this will make it really, really easy for everyone who's new to AI, or even, an AI agency. You meet a new client and they ask something from you. You don't have to do everything yourself and learn everything yourself all the time. Not everybody, at least. Some of us are easier with that, and most of us are not. So it will be just a good place to go and get all those agents ready-made. That's the first part. But let's say you built your own, or you got an agent from somewhere else, or you took one of our library and worked on it, and you're not sure if it's okay. How many of us built an agent and we're not sure, is it the best one? Like, is it going to fail? Yeah, you try for a month and see, right? But is there a way to make it better? You can hire someone like me. I hate doing it, but people pay me $275 for a 30-minute session where I look at their agent. I always find problems, right? It's done but I hate those sessions because it's just like, going into little details. So we thought, how about we take my knowledge and my experience, teach an agent how to do that, connect it to all the APIs, and we came up with the agent checkup. And the agent checkup, again, this is connected to my Closebot account here, so I can see all of my Closebot agents. Let's take one, Solar.
This was the thing I saw you talk about in the CloseBot group, which I was like, this is amazing. People just need to see this because exactly what you're saying, like building agents is one thing, and then checking them and making sure they work. If you haven't done it before, or even if you've done it before and you've done a few, we all still make mistakes, right? So again, now we've got an expert that can check on our work instantly. Like amazing.
Yeah, that was the thought. And especially today when you have amazing tools like N8N and Closebot V2, which make it so tempting to just drag some more components in there and connect everything. And suddenly you have like 20 components, all with hundreds of settings, and you're not a pro, and you just pray your way into hoping. So this is our way to reduce the amount of uncertainty. And I just showed a random workflow, and it tells me, hey, in your booking node, this is where you actually should booking. You don't have a calendar selected. You forgot. The injury detail questions, you didn't link them to a field in the CRM. You forgot. Do you have a delay that with some parameters can delay indefinitely? So you need like an exit rule. And then you have some customer experience notices. Like it's all good, but you don't have any friendly greeting before you're starting to ask questions. Maybe add some, right? And when you get this, I just created the default report. What I can do is like, hey, here's my agent. I want to make it convert better. Just focus on the conversion. And then it's like, hey, there's no tagging for follow-up. Hey, there is a branch that asks whether they're a buyer or a seller. And then you branch. But what if they're not either? You just don't get it and they may get lost. So it finds the little things that just cost you you see it in retrospect. When you look at the conversation log and you get goosebumps, like, oops, how did I not think about this? So it just helps you prevent a lot of these in advance. So that's the agent checkup.
You give this away
One of,
free, right? People,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
So I just want to make sure people understand that because that's
Yeah, you can
this,
sign up and get it for
yeah,
free right now. Yeah.
this is an
So
amazing tool for free for people. So definitely go and grab this, guys. And we'll have links and stuff at the end, so
yep.
where people can grab this from. And if you're watching this video later, there'll be a link somewhere down below. Go get Closebot account and get this. Definitely.
I'm now going to give you, you're going to first, we're going to see this feature is going to be released on Monday. And this is our next, I think, and the best feature so far. And this is our marketing assist. This will not be here if you log in today, you'll see it on Monday. And so you created your agent or you imported it and you checked it and it's amazing. Now it's time to sell it, right? Push it to everybody and you know the drill. Everybody gets to a certain point, but then actually selling it, taking the step, creating the content, creating the landing pages, creating the paid ad. This requires some sort of knowledge and mental, at least for me, mental capacity to, spend half a day and, collect myself around it. What if I have to do it in mass? So here's your AI first marketing agent. You select your agent that you built or you designed. Um, Anything you guys like. Let's take solar maybe. We just talked about it. So solar lead qualification. So the first thing the AI does, if we want to start a marketing campaign, then the first thing is to figure out what the agent does. So it looks in the agent, figures out what it does, and just shows it to us so we can fine tune it if we need to. So our agent is a lead qualifier and it does this and this and that. And fine, this is, that's what our agent does. You can add some more features or benefit, but it should read everything that the agent is capable straight from the agent. It just reads it out. And then the next step is to figure out who we are selling it to. Okay, lead qualification for solar, for who's the customer, right? Different customers have different needs. Is it residential solar? Is it commercial solar? Is it the actual installers? Is it the financial agencies? So a lot of people make a mistake by creating some generic marketing campaign, and then they, jack of all trades, master of none. So this helps you fine tune by actually crawling the web now and looking for what companies use technologies like that. What are they doing? How many of these are they? And it's running a deep research crawl on the web to figure out who this agent can best fit to. This is why it's taking like, a couple of minutes, because it's really running a deep research. And then it figured out that there are four main audiences: residential solar installers, commercial solar installers, solar marketing agencies, and solar financing providers, right? It will be, of course, different in whatever you choose. So let's decide to focus on the residential solar installers. Oh, by the way, for each one of them, I can click and see, you know, what the pain points are, what the value proposition that the agent provides to this audience is, and who are the decision makers that we're targeting that have the best chances of making a decision. So this allows us to get some more score, and the AI scores it according to how they believe that a marketing campaign could fit to this agent. So again, all we have to do is pick it and move to the next stage, which is generate the content. So we're launching with 4 sections. Outreach templates, basically being able to generate, we want to sell to these people. So we have a list. What do we send them? So email outreach is templates and ready-made wording templates that you can use, or LinkedIn messaging, all called scripts. Paid ad copy, like where are we advertising? So let's say we want to do out email and SMS. Of course, we want to do SMS. And we want to run on, let's say, Facebook. And then all we have to do is click generate. And basically, behind the scenes, a set of agents will interpret the market, will interpret our audience, will take a look at our agents based on best practices that we collected over how to generate those things. We'll create custom scripts for you and content. And you can see the progress here. Click download. Let's download all the 3. Downloads, email outreach. So I just got the residential solar installers, small to mid solar installation companies, and that's our outreach channel, that's our agent. And these are a set of emails that you can use for your cold outreach, and load them into your Go High level. Change the parameters to fit your clients, and just use them. All the placeholders are documented. How to use the call to action. Everything is just personalized to the agent, to your audience, to you, and to your business. SMS text messaging would be, of course, completely different. And you see if it's about real estate, it will give you some warnings about what to say and what not to say. So it understands the industries. gives you a full sequence of, how to send and when to do follow-up. Just the entire recipe is there. Just follow it. Maybe in the future we will automate even that and, create the
Push it,
script in
push it
CRM.
in.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure that as soon as we launch, people is like, yeah, but why is it not, doing it for me? And we'll get there. But
Yeah, you make
and
something
in addition,
amazing and people always want more, mate. They always want more. So
yeah, yeah. And we added stuff like landing page copy. So, give me a landing page and social media landing, and I want the frequently asked questions for the team and objection handling script, and just prepare everything for you. And this is just the launch list. We have an amazing for plan for the next few months to add some
mm,
amazing things into these capabilities and getting you there more quickly. Um, I just want to mention, it is a free account, and when you sign out, you don't need to provide any payment details or anything. And everything that you do, basically every generation, every action of deploying an agent uses credits. You can go to about and see the different plans. So in the free account, you get 100 credits a month, which is enough. Let's say if you're doing agent checkups, you can do like 15 a month in the free plan. And if you want more, you can get, basic or professional plans, which also incorporate in them usage of all our agents. So if you're using the pizza agent, the shopping cart agent, if you're using the solar agents, they're all here and they just all cost different credits. And this is the revamp that we did. You buy one subscription and you can use all our products, the invoice, the Zillow, the shopping cart, the Vision, they all work through the same API. So whatever you deploy works under one simple subscription, and even the free one works. I think the only one that we didn't provide in the free one is Solar, because it is just an expensive API. You can see, the
mm.
the cost compared to others. So you have 100 in your free account, it will not be enough even for one.
It's gone pretty quick. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that people don't always realize the cost behind running some of these things, like say those API calls and stuff like that, and connecting into everything. It's not super cheap.
No, and Google Solar is very expensive.
Mm.
Like we charge per report. I know it's a side note, but more than $1 to run one lead because of all the solar cost. And for the clients, that's nothing because currently it costs them between $30 and $50 to produce one of them with all of the costs associated with it. $1 or $2, $3, it doesn't matter. But it's a big cost to produce those.
Yeah.
So that's that's us. Maybe leave some time for questions or follow up or
I have an important question for you, Offer. Just one.
yeah.
Have you got back out of your 2 months and gone back to your family? Have they seen you? Because what you've built here is like incredible. I'm not sure if I hope everybody understands how incredible this is, but like, have you actually seen your family now after 2 months of building this, or are you just carrying on?
Yeah, there is a carryover period. But now I'm trying to be a normal family member during the week. And in the weekends, my family goes, trekking or hiking or something, and they leave me home, and this is my creativity time.
Yeah. But what a perfect example here of like replacing yourself with AI, with your agent checker. Like you're saying, you used to do those sessions and you have to manually go through and do it all, and you've just replicated yourself with an agent checker, which is amazing. So it gives you more time and resources and all those kind of things, which is exactly what all this stuff is designed to do, right?
Yeah, yeah, we're here to automate stuff, right?
Yeah.
In one or another, is it workflow? Is it AI? Is it an agent? Is it API? It doesn't matter. The customer doesn't care what's behind the scenes. They don't care there is a phone somewhere connected to a SIM card that runs their messages. It works. They can send a million messages, a month. Then great, it's a perfect solution for me. And it's the same here. They're looking for business results, save time, go and get to results quickly.
Now, this all works with CloseBot, correct? It's all through CloseBot.
Yes, this new one
Yep.
was designed for Closebot. Yes.
I just want to check in with everybody who's on here at the moment. If you just want to pop in the chat, who's using CloseBot? Give us a yes, and who isn't using CloseBot? Give us a no or an N, a Y for yes, N for no. Let's just see who's actually using CloseBot on here at the moment. Because we've done a number of webinars with Bryce, and we've talked about various things, and like I say, we've never really dived into it as deeply as this and these kind of agents and going to that level. We've just done database reactivations. We send them a message, and then we follow up and send them the info that they want and so forth. But this does go to another level. It really does. So what have we got in here from people? Got a no, got a wave from Michael Dooley, which I know means yes. Thanks, Michael. Got a no, got a yes. Anyone else? I'm going to take silence as no's. So I would take from that probably as a lot of people haven't the marketing features. Yeah, so I would take it from that a lot of people haven't actually got into CloseBot yet. So definitely, Camilla, if you want to grab the link for CloseBot and just make sure you drop that in the chat for people as well, because you can go and sign up for a free account with CloseBot as well. And obviously, in fairness, there is paid plans on the end of CloseBot. There's paid plans on the end of what you do, but you can get started with all of these things for free. CloseBot have a free account as well. Oh, thanks, Sophie. Dropped it in there, mate. Get started with a free account for these things and make a start, basically. Just start to figure these things out. I have a question there from Tabitha. With the marketing features, does it also produce the creatives for the Facebook ads? I assume you mean
Yes,
images by that, I assume.
yes. If the meaning is images, not yet. We haven't launched yet. It's just we're launching Monday, but I have images in my brain all the time, and I was a little, upset that we didn't launch with the image, but they require their own treatment because text is text, but image is something very personal. Different people have different tastes, and we want to build something that people would love. So in order to do that, we need to kind of train the AI or let people tell them how images look like, upload some logos, give them some direction. So the graphics would be spot on. So only text in the meanwhile, but I've got you.
Coming soon. All right.
Excellent.
Got to disappear from the family for another 2 months, mate. All right, Tabitha. Thank you. Hopefully that answered your question, Tabitha. So yeah, coming soon by the sound of things there. Have any other questions for anybody there? Is everybody kind of just sitting back? Because as part of that, when you were going through that solar one, I was like, oh, that is cool. Because we started with estimation tools a few years ago now, but it was simply a case of like going through surveys, right? It wasn't even really an automation on it. It was like going through surveys. It's like, how big is your house? What do you want? I don't know, et cetera, et cetera. It's like just a survey and they just mapped it at the end, which was a real quick and easy way to do it. But that's the next level with the solar one. Yeah, Jeremy says that solar one is crazy. That is crazy, man. And solar is it's such a big industry. Like people are trying to sell that all the time. Like I constantly get calls for, do you want to upgrade with a battery or, have you got solar? We've got a new grant. We've got a this, we've got a that. And people do just want to know that price as well. That's what people want. It has to start there. People are after that. They're after that estimate and they're scrolling around late at night and they just want to have a thing. They don't really want to get on a call with someone. They don't really want someone coming around their house and sitting at their kitchen table, mapping it out, asking them questions, looking at their bill for an hour, when really you just want to get the price so that you can have an idea and then talk to someone else and you've got that person in your kitchen, which is annoying. Like I've had it. You're just like, dude, get out of it. I've got the price. That's all I wanted. Give me an idea. So that's so powerful. And then you loop that into a follow-up with high level of however you do it, which they can then take them into a close with another close bot, obviously, in the name. So that's amazing, mate. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, thank you. The future is really fascinating, and I think we should all, continue pushing to innovation and thinking about, how to stay ahead of the curve because the speeds, I'm doing software for a long time, and the speeds I see now are nothing like even 3 years from now. So while you're making your plans, they're already deprecated in some way. Um, so what I'm saying is don't get too stressed out about it, but don't build on a business model that you know is short-lived,
Yeah.
like for 3 months, and then it's commodity.
Yeah. And using services like this as well, get started for free, but you've got all the stuff here for people to go and build those agents, right? So rather than sitting down and figuring out, and I know people will look at this and go, oh, there's a cost for that and whatever. That's nothing.
And I
It's absolutely nothing to save the time and the energy because I'm pretty technical, but I can't sit down and work all this out. It'd take me way too long. I'd be way better off going and having 5 conversations with 5 companies and hopefully selling to one of them, even if we've got a poor conversion rate, and then just coming back and picking this up and plugging it in, basically.
This is something that the AI can't replace. You actually calling the lead, making the sale. So this is intended that you can focus on the most important thing is that closing the deal.
Mhm.
All of this is to get you to a stage where you have the agent, you have the confidence, you have the marketing materials, you know it's working, but now you have to go and sell it. And we believe that people should focus on that. And this platform is here to give them the confidence that they have an army of agents behind them and our support and um, expert guidance to focus on figuring out their audience and mastering and selling and not getting stuck at prompts and being stressed about there's a new model, what do I do?
Yeah. All these things remove a lot of that thought from you. I mean, one of the things that I love about Closebot, and we've talked to Bryce about this before, is that you don't have to think about the model that you're using. Closebot works that out. So, oh, well, this is the best model for that. Because I can't keep on top of that. I mean, there's so many different models now, and ChatGPT is bringing out a new one. You've got 4.0 mini, 4.0, whatever, this, that, and the other. It's like, well, what's the best one? And then, like, I know that as these were being brought out in the start, a lot of people used to talk to me about it because they would be plugging their bots and they go, "Oh, can we use this new version now because it's cheaper?" Right? So people were worried about like the cost of it. Now, I mean, cost is becoming relatively low now. Like it's coming down all the time as these things are coming out. But it's hard, people start thinking about it, they go, oh, well, this cost, what's the best cost on this? What's the best result? I mean, really you should be looking like what's the best result and then charging accordingly, right? But it's still something that people do have in their mind about, I can get this one and this costs me, one cent per credit and this one costs me 4 cents per credit or whatever it might be. It's like, okay, but charge accordingly. These are still micro costs at the end of the day. So getting all of that stuff out of your head allows you as an agency to focus on what you should be doing, which is making sales, making connections, figuring out your process of an agency of build, well, sell, build, deploy, basically, and move on, and not worrying about all this stuff in between. Letting amazing people like Ofer take care of this and build these amazing things in the background for us, so we don't have to worry about like figuring out whether our bots are working properly or not. I love that agent checkup. Like I say, that was the thing that I saw you in the Closebot, and you're such a good part of that Closebot community and offering so much value in there, mate, which you do. And that is why we started our talk today, because I saw that. I was like, okay, I need to find out a bit more about this. So what better way than getting the man in himself onto a webinar so that we can run through it. So thank you so much, man.
Thank you. Pleasure being here, and thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak with your group and pleasure. I love what you guys are doing, and hope to do more together in the future.
Mate, absolute pleasure. Before we wrap up, mate, do you want to just make sure we've got the right link? So where people go to this, because this has got, I'm seeing on the screen here, it's got localhost 4470. Like, where do people go to grab their sign up for a Real Wave account, and where do they go to find you as well? And then we'll make sure that we put these links with the video also. So like I say, in the comments down below, wherever they'll be in the description, we'll make sure that this is published with the replay that people can come and find you, mate.
Awesome. I'm pasting the links right now to the chat window in Zoom, both for our account and the free Closebot account. And
Perfect.
yeah, that's everything you need to know.
pro.realwave.com. If you're not seeing the
Yep.
chat at the moment, yeah, pro.realwave.com to go and grab an account for this, and then closebot.app, go and grab a free account there. Make a start, guys. It's all here for you. Just make a start. That's all I can say. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you for building this as well. I really think people should not underestimate the the detail and the ability that it takes to build something like this, mate. So congratulations as well. I think it's amazing. Well done.
Thank you. Appreciate it, especially from you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Take care.